Good evening, everyone. Warm welcome to each one of you. Our gratitude to our esteemed speaker, CA Kamal Kishor Mittal, who is joining us today from Nairobi, Kenya. And as the topic is discovering the champion inside you, I would like to speak on one short story. It happened once that one learned man asked me something. He asked me that who makes a difference to your life or who I should respect a lot. I was not able to answer that. Then he continues with the story and tells me that there are three kind of people that I should respect and I should respect them a lot. And what are those three kind of people? He said that number one, the people who inspire you the most. Okay. Number two, the people who understands you the most. Fine, good. And number three, the people who knows you the most. It was very clear to me. It would have been clear to you. But the one thing which changed my thinking was his last sentence. And that last sentence was in all these three things which he shared with me and I shared with you now, who inspires you, who understands you, who knows you, he said that the person is only one, and that is you. And today we have to discover the champion inside us. And who can be the better person to help us uh, discover the champion inside us, as he is not only an Indian chartered accountant, but that Indian chartered accountant who has accomplished great things for the chartered accountants fraternity, for the society in Nairobi. And how he did that. He is an individual who had spent some time in different countries in Uganda, in India, and also in UAE. And then he relocated to Kenya. When he relocated to Kenya, Nairobi, he saw that the chapter of the Kenya, the Nairobi ICI chapter, is not active. He became that one soulful, one source inspiration amongst the three other members who reinitiated the journey of the Nairobi Kenya chapter, and the chapter was revived. And as he serves the chairperson of the chapter today, he earned that distinction of being the best chapter in one of the categories by ICI Abroad and winning that award. The chapter had been doing quite well from the past few years, but it had never gone the first prize which the chapter earned. He is a motivational speaker, he's a Reiki healer, and there are many things in this same space he has done. So, without further ado, let us welcome our speaker, CA Kamal Kishor Mittal. I request all of you to please use the emojis and please welcome him give him a grand welcome as he uh, is there to share his knowledge with us. Thank you, Kamal. Thank you for joining with us. Before you formally start your session, is there anything you would like to share? Yeah.
Thank you, Prabdeep ji, first of all, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Just before I start, I wanted to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
The medium of communication, should I be using English only or I can use Hindi and English both? What is your suggestion?
I can see some people who may not be very comfortable with Hindi, and as it's live streamed on YouTube, it's better to have English as a language. Yeah, one message also came. Let us,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
So, just before I start, First of all, with my folded hands, I would like to say thanks to Supreme God for giving me this opportunity that today I am standing or sitting in front of you and I am able to share my experience with you all. My sincere gratitude to Supreme God. After that, I would like to also express my gratitude to Prabdeep ji for creating this forum, CA Speaker Forum basically, and giving me an opportunity to share my own experience on this platform. Before I move forward, I am also grateful to my parents because of whom I am what I am. I am grateful to my siblings, my spouse, my children for having faith in me. And I'm very happy to say that in this session, to bless me, I have our very senior member, CA Satyamurthy Rajagopal. Also, we have CA Kailas Mota, one of the most reputed member in Kenya, and CA Sriram Phadke. Thank you very much for joining in this session. Now, just before I start, I would like to explain one story to you all. It's a real story, actually. Uh, I'm not sure if some of you have seen, there used to be a TV called Imagine TV. There used to be a channel called Imagine TV in India. So I used to watch that channel a lot, somewhere in 2008 to 2012. And there used to be a serial called Raj Pichle Janam Ka, The Secret of the Past Life, actually. So in this session, one lady comes. She is roughly 26 to 28 years old, and she tells the therapist about her fear, basically about uh, flying through flights, basically. That suddenly I don't know from where this fear came into my mind, but I have started fearing flying in the airline. And as soon as the plane take off, the feelings come to my mind is that this plane is going to crash. Although she told that she have never experienced a plane crash like in this life, but she had this kind of feeling or fear all the time in her mind actually. So when she was taken into her past life through regression therapy, which is called past life regression therapy. By the way, I'm also a past life regression therapist. So she was told that basically she herself told actually that she saw herself as a sailor, those basically navy sailor basically who used to sail the ship. In previous time, navy was quite more productive than air forces are these days. So I am talking about somewhere January to 1966. So this lady saw her as a seller, and there were 20 sellers on New Delhi airport, and they were all flying to US to get a training for the Navy. So when they were going to US, on their way, the flight actually crashed, and all the passengers died on the spot. Nothing was saved actually. And when this lady was asked, because there has to be a way, how can we verify this incident, whether she is lying or it is the truth? She was asked, is there any famous personality in this aeroplane in which you were there and it has crashed? She said, one name is repeatedly coming to my mind, that is Homi Jahangir Baba. We all know that Homi Jahangir Baba was one of the famous scientists in India, and his plane crashed. He died in a plane crash, basically. So this story is basically a tailer of what I'm going to explain you, so that you can set an expectation whatever I'm going to explain uh, in this lecture. So friends, I would like to talk about Swami Vivekanand, who is considered as one of the most intelligent spiritual leader or teacher in his time in 19th century. And Swami Vivekanand once said that all powers are within you. You can do anything and everything, and believe in that. See, friends, when Swami Vivekanand was telling that all powers are within you, he was not talking about muscles powers. Okay, because otherwise, only those people who go to the gym or who do a lot of physical exercise, only they have all powers within them, and only they can do whatever they want in life. In my opinion, in my experience, he was basically talking about our mental strength, our mind powers, basically. And just to elaborate on mind powers, as most of you might be even aware, that we have two minds. One is conscious mind, and one is our subconscious mind. While our conscious mind, we are always aware about the present moment. That is our conscious mind. And the mind which operating below awareness is the subconscious mind. Now, what is below awareness? Is basically you are driving a car from home to office or office to home, but because you are going daily to office, coming back from office daily, okay, you do not have to use much mind or much brain or much attention to it. You don't have to put much efforts, because the map of the road from office to home, home to office, is already set in your mind. So who is doing all those things? Your subconscious mind is doing all those things. Then your conscious mind basically involves in thinking, analyzing, and decision making, while your subconscious mind is storing belief, habits, and emotions. I will stress again on this point that our subconscious mind is very much useful when we talk about storing belief system. Habit patterns, like we talk in a particular manner or we do things in a particular manner, those are our habit patterns. Or emotions, our predominant emotions, maybe sometime, most of the time, somebody has the habit of getting angry, or maybe most of the time somebody has the habit of talking negative things. So those are the basically emotions stored in our subconscious mind. Then our conscious mind control the logical functions, basically, or rational functions, while our subconscious mind control the automated or emotional responses. For example, when we are sleeping in the night, okay, but the breath is still going on, we don't have to breathe, okay, or when we are eating, the food is getting digested automatically. Those are the basically the function of subconscious mind, because it has stored those functions in it. Now, this conscious mind has got a very limited processing capacity, while our subconscious mind is having very large memory storage. How much memory storage? Let me give you an example. See, it is considered scientifically that our physical body is made of roughly 50 trillion cells. I'm repeating again, 50 trillion cells. You can Google search it actually. And each body cell of those 50 trillion cell has got the memory capacity of roughly 8 GB. 8 GB memory, 50 trillion cell, almost 400 trillion cells basically. In today's world, most of the hard disks which are available are 1 TB. And I'm talking about means 400 trillion GB. Imagine the quantum of data which our subconscious mind can store. And our conscious mind is active only during the day when we are awakened, okay, but our subconscious mind is awakened during 24 hours. All our short term decisions are taken by conscious mind, and long term decision, because they are from the behavioral pattern. How do we behave, how do we respond to each incidences or each statement made by others? So those are long term behavior patterns, and long-term behavior patterns are formed by our subconscious mind. So this is basically the difference between conscious mind and subconscious mind. You might be wondering why I am talking about conscious mind and subconscious mind. Friends, whatever we are today, okay, is because of whatever life we have gone through, whatever experiences we have gone through, whatever interactions we have gone through, whatever kind of people we have lived in our life from our childhood till now, our programming is accordingly. Okay. So if we want to become more successful in life, whether it is in terms of happiness, physical happiness, or let's say in terms of relation, physical health, or in terms of let's say monetary gains, basically, even your monetary success, all three, health, relation, and your monetary health, all depend upon the health of your subconscious mind basically. So now, for example, somebody is fearful of public speaking. So, what could be the reason that they are fearful of the public speaking? Probably when they were young or earlier in their age, okay, they face some embarrassment while speaking in public. So, that could be the reason why they feel fearful while doing public speaking. So, now you can imagine that the brain, the subconscious mind, have stored that experience of fear memory. Friends, whatever I'm going to tell you, I have a request to you all that if you like it, you can have a pen and diary near to you and you can be noting down because I'm going to tell you some of the very important techniques. Now, whatever also I'm going to explain you don't have to believe it blindly. We are all chartered accountant, we are all logical people. In fact, myself being a chartered accountant, I don't believe anything blindly. Okay, I first of all experiment whatever somebody else is saying, and then if I find them fruitful, then only I believe them. Okay, so whatever I am going to tell you, I am going to explain you, or whatever I'm explaining here is all I have experimented in my life and found it to be true. I assure you that you will learn a lot of new things, lot of things actually here. Just stay tuned here. So, friends, some of the spiritual teachers, they talk about negative psychic impression. I repeat the word negative psychic impression means those impressions which are printed on our soul, okay, and they are negative. So, what could be these psychic impressions or what could be these negative experiences? So, maybe these experiences, negative experiences, are either from this lifetime or maybe they are coming from any of our previous lifetimes. For example, I gave you that example of this lady that in this lifetime she is fearful of flying in a flight in an aeroplane because in past lives the she experienced aeroplane crash and she died there. So you see, body might have died then and there itself when the plane crashed. Okay, she might not even have felt the pain, okay, of dying. Why? Because the intensity of crash might be so high that human mind or human body cannot register it. Okay, so similarly, there are many examples actually. I would like to give my own example actually, because I am also a past life regression therapist. There is a friend of mine, okay, who is a branch manager, is one of the reputed bank in Kenya. I used to generally meet him, okay, because we had the bank account with them, okay. So this person suddenly told me one day that Kamal, I don't know what has happened with me, but last 2 3 years I have started fearing from walking on the road. Okay. Just to cross the road is also difficult for me. And Kamal, I'm not a person like that actually, because previously I used to even walk 5 to 10 kilometers. So, Kamal, I want to understand from where this fear has come. Okay. And Kamal, I want to get rid of this fear also because I'm not working, okay, you can see my weight is increasing and suffering from health issues. Of course, if and you continue uh, gaining weight, if you do not perform physical exercise regularly, okay, chances are that you might suffer health issues. And same thing was happening with him. So he told me that I'm suffering this health issue. Can you please help me? And he also told me that Kamal, many a time I have dreams that I see places which are basically like I have never gone there. Okay, so I don't know which places are those. So then he also mentioned one important thing that Kamal, I recently went to Australia, Perth, Australia, and when I went to Australia, okay, I saw a particular place like a garden, okay, where like I could as soon as I entered the garden, my intuition started guiding me that after this garden, in this garden you'll find a chair, after this chair there's a certain tree, after that this is the thing. And as soon as he was entering there, he was finding everything whatever his intuition was telling him, okay. And he said it was my first time to go to the Perth, Australia, okay. So how come it is possible that I already knew all these things? So, friend, I took him in the regression basically. Okay. I took him to his past life regression actually. And what I found in his past life regression, that he first of all saw himself in Perth, Australia. Initially, he did not recognize, but later on, he said that this is Perth, Australia. He saw himself a young man, and he was crossing the road, and he was hit by a car, and he died on the spot. He even told me that, Kamal, as I have died on the spot, there's a lot of bleeding, but Kamal, I cannot feel anything. Okay, body has died, and I did not feel the pain of dying. The intensity of crash with the car was so high that he could not feel the pain actually. Okay, and then I told him that this is the fear which you have brought from your past lifetime to this lifetime actually. Okay, which you need to release, because this thing has already happened and it is not going to happen again. So then this person basically he released that fear then and there itself. And then basically after a few months he wrote me a message that, Kamal, I walked today 2 kilometers. So I said that I'm not happy. You are saying 2 kilometers. I want at least 5 kilometers. He said, Kamal, please try to understand. I was not able to walk even 100 feet, and today I walked at least 5 kilometers. Isn't it a big achievement? So thank you very much, Kamal, for this thing. And now this person, whenever he calls me, he tells me that now I am completely out of that fear of walking on the road or crossing the road that somebody is going to hit me. I know it has already happened in past, and now I have come out of that fear. Friends, I am not telling you all these things because I want to talk about myself that I'm a PLR therapist. No, the objective is basically that any past incidences which happen in your life, they basically put impressions on your soul depending upon the kind of experience. If the experience is positive, there will be positive psychic impressions. Okay, for example, some people, they are very confident, they are very ambitious from the beginning itself, while some people, they are very fearful from their childhood. Okay, or they fear public speaking, or they are not confident at all. So all these things happens because of the negative psychic impressions basically. So now, friends, whatever I'm telling you, because I mentioned to you that I'm a chartered accountant also, and I don't believe anything without experimenting it. Okay. Unfortunately, I love reading books. I have read many books. Okay. And I'm going to share you the crux or the summary of those books on this similar point. Basically, you can say the power of your subconscious mind, or discover your hidden champion inside you, basically. Okay. So basically, our thoughts, the kind of thoughts we are having all the time. Okay. Our thoughts shapes our actions. Whatever kind of thoughts we are having all the time, predominantly, they are going to convert into actions. And whatever actions we are going to take, ultimately that result into our life. Okay. So for example, I will take an example from a book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari is written by Robin Sharma. And Robin Sharma, in his book, through a character called Julian Mental, he explained that our mind like works like a garden actually. A garden where if you sow good seed, good plant will come, or flower will grow, or fruits will come. But if you allow weeds to grow, then friends, this garden will become messy. So in the similar manner, basically, like positive seed basically here means, or let's say if we sow apple seed, we expect apple tree. If we sow mango seeds, we expect mango tree. It is not possible that we sow mango seed and we then are waiting for the avocado. No, you are not going to get avocado. For getting avocado, you have to sow avocado seed. Am I right? So same thing happens. Okay, if we allow weeds here means negative thoughts, either negative thoughts, for example, fear. Okay, I'm, let's say for example, somebody is always fearful. Okay, of going to, let's say, high places or mountains. Okay, or somebody has the tendency of getting angry all the time, or somebody is having the tendency of doubting all the time their capabilities. Okay, these are nothing but the weeds in the garden. Okay, so Julian Mental clearly says that if you allow these weeds, fear, anger, doubt, stress, anxiety, okay, in your garden, then you are not going to get the positive results. Okay, you can only expect positive results if your thoughts are positive. For example, discipline. Let me do physical exercise regularly. Let me do breathing exercise regularly. Okay, or let me take risk in my life. Okay, some people fear taking risk. Okay, but if you don't know, like if you will not take risk, okay, how do you know that you are going to fail? Okay, you have not even tried and you have basically given up. Okay, so you have to have courage, and you also need to have the hope of success. Otherwise, how you are going to be successful? So this is what basically uh, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, written by Robin Sharma, summarize basically. I cannot tell you the entire book, but I would suggest that you should read this book. This is an amazing book basically. Okay. Now, just to give an example, okay, though you all are successful, you are all chartered accountants and very successful people, okay. But just to give example of the weeds in the garden, okay, like if a student who's preparing for the exams, and if he keep thinking himself that because I'm not good enough, I'm going to fail, I'm not going to pass, so then what he will do? Eventually, this student will not be devoting sufficient time on his studies. He will not take his studies seriously. And eventually, he will fail. But if on the other way, he start thinking that I will study daily, I will work hard, I will study with discipline, okay, and I'm going to improve myself, then naturally he'll become more disciplined. He will become more strict in his studies. He will study harder. And then, accordingly, he will be successful in his studies. Friend, I would also like to give example from the other book, The Power to Your Subconscious Mind, which is written by Joseph Murphy. It's a very old book. It was written in 1963, actually. So, Joseph Murphy also tells the same thing, that your subconscious mind is extremely powerful and it works like a fertile soil. Whatever thoughts we repeatedly think are the seeds planted in the soil. Once these seeds enter our subconscious mind, they begin to influence our behavior, and accordingly, our actions will come. For example, if a person keep thinking confident, okay, he keep thinking about success, he continue being optimistic, okay, so subconscious mind gradually start guiding him towards action that will support success. But if someone constantly thinking about fear, doubt in his capability, or he's thinking that I might fail, I might fail, I might fail, then subconscious mind also store these ideas and begin pushing the person towards hesitation and poor decision making. A simple example, for example, there is a businessman who started his business, and from the beginning itself, he keep thinking, my business might fail, my business is going to fail. So what will happen? He will not be investing sufficient time. He will not be spending sufficient efforts. Okay, he will stop avoiding taking risk, and eventually the business might actually fail. But if he start believing that if I work hard daily, if I spend sufficient time on my business daily, okay, I look for the clients, okay, if I work consistently, eventually my business is going to grow. Then, if he keep thinking this thing repeatedly, his actions become proactive and confident, which will bring him chances of success in his business. Now, friend, so these are the examples basically I gave about conscious mind and subconscious mind. So now, a famous real life example I would like to give you here. Okay, it's about J.K. Rowling. Those of you who does not know who is J.K. Rowling, let me explain you who is J.K. Rowling through a story. So, on a cold winter evening, she was sitting in a cafe. Okay, and she was holding her very small baby, an infant. On the other hand side, there was a diary in her hand. She was writing something, she was scribbling something. Okay, her life was in difficult circumstances. because she did not have a job. Her mother had died. Okay. And she experienced a failed married life. She got divorced from her husband. She was left with very small money. Okay. And whatever was being written was on Harry Potter. And when she was writing this Harry Potter story, that time she approached almost 12 publishers. All of them, they rejected it. She went to the 13 publishers. She did not accept defeat. She went to the 13 publishers. Okay. 13 publisher gave the work to her. Okay. He decided to publish her story. Okay. And told her that, I'm going to give you very less money. And this money might not help you to make both and meet. Okay. So thus, please find a permanent job. But this lady, whatever this person was saying, she did not contended with that. Okay. She had believed in her own capabilities, her own basically skill set of writing the novel. Okay. She knew that she is going to be successful. And ultimately, it is noteworthy to say when you all knows that Harry Potter became the most successful novel basically in the world. Even movies have been made on Harry Potter. Okay, and almost hundreds of millions books sold from a story. So, friend, J.K. Rowling, the story tells us that whatever others says about us, especially if they are talking negative, do not get influence from negative thoughts whatever others are talking about you. Okay, have believe in your own capabilities. I'm not saying that you be overconfident, but have always faith in your own capabilities. And if you persistently putting efforts in the area you are working or you are doing business, eventually you will succeed, eventually you will reach there. Another story which we all know is about Henry Ford. So Henry Ford, he was not very successful till the age of 40 actually. Okay. And his dream was to make affordable car for the world, for the ordinary people. And when he told this thing, okay, many of the experts, I'm using the word experts, told him that making an affordable car for ordinary people was almost impossible. But he kept thinking about his goal. Okay. And he strongly believed in it that he could do it. And the through persistent thought basically guided his action. That repeated thought that I am going to be successful. Okay. Accordingly, he took the action. And today we know that the Ford Model T was the most affordable model of automobile industry at that time. And we know all today that Ford Motors is one of the most successful automobile company. Friend, if he did not have believed in his capabilities, he wouldn't have been that much successful. Okay. So what I'm going to what basically we have learned from these stories or the conscious mind, subconscious mind, that our thoughts are basically the seeds. Our subconscious mind is like a soil, and our actions are the plant that grows from those seeds. So if we plant positive thoughts such as confidence, determination, and purpose, our actions will equally move us forward success in our life. But if we plant fear, self doubt all the time in our capabilities, negativities, then those thoughts will slowly shape negative actions and outcomes in our life. So basically, friend, it is very important that we should control our thoughts. Okay. We should not let weeds grow in the garden of our subconscious mind. We should only allow positive thoughts in our mind. And how do we do that? Friends, there are many ways to do that. I am going to discuss some of the few ways, okay, which I have implemented in my life. In fact, even these books says some of those ideas. Okay, one of the idea is like appoint an imaginary security guard to your subconscious mind, and the task of this imaginary security guard should basically be it should evaluate the thought. before it enter to your conscious mind. Forget even about subconscious mind. I'm talking about conscious mind, because conscious mind is the one which is going to process this thought, repeated thought, to your subconscious mind. So the thought will come in your conscious mind. So when the thought comes, okay, you evaluate the thought. Is it a positive thought? Okay, is it a like worthy thought? Is it not a? I hope it is not a negative thought, or it is not a wasteful thought. And if it is a wasteful thought, if it is a negative thought, I will not allow this thought to enter. Okay, let it stay outside. Okay, friends, I'm not saying that it will happen immediately. Okay, but with the practice, basically, it will happen one day. And even before you appoint a security guard, I would request you to think for a while and think what kind of predominant thought you have all the time. Okay, is it a positive thought? Is it a negative thought? If it is a negative thought, stop there. Okay, and do one thing, convert it into opposite positive thought. Okay, for example, let's say somebody is not healthy. Okay, so rather than thinking that I am not healthy, I am sick, okay, this thought might come, it's very usual basically. But rather than that, this person should be saying that I am very healthy, okay, and my health is improving every day. So if this person keep thinking, okay, this thing consistently, persistently, this thought will go from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind and will change your belief system that I'm not healthy. Okay. Some of you might be thinking that whatever I'm talking is superficial, but I have experimented this thing in my life. I read in the books, I experimented in my life, and I found them to be true. And that's why today I'm sharing this experience with you all. That even if like one of you or two of you start changing your thought process based upon this today's discussion, I will feel that my 1 hour given to you today has become successful. So, for example, I gave you two stories, like the story of this friend of mine who was the branch manager in one of the most reputed bank in Kenya, and he was fearful of walking. Okay, so forget about past life regression therapy. Okay, let's say that we have that thought that I am fearful of walking. Okay, so basically, I should generate a opposite, exactly opposite positive thought. For example, the exact opposite positive thought could be that I am very much comfortable in walking. Walking improves my health. Okay, my feet are healthy. Okay, my legs are healthy. My thighs are healthy. So those things basically will be accepted by your subconscious mind, and it will accordingly generate situations in your life that your body start improving. Okay, so subconscious mind is a concept about from science basically. Okay, because I'm a spiritual practitioner also, what I believe or what I have learned through spirituality, that subconscious mind in scientific language, in spiritual language, is nothing but the universe around us. Okay, whatever kind of thoughts we are sending to the universe is giving us back the same thought. For example, if like we have the thought, for example, some people, because of ignorance, they might say that, I don't need money. Money has many vices. Okay, money brings arrogance, money brings bad things, or proud. Okay, or money brings crime. Okay, so if he is saying this thing to the universe or to his subconscious mind, see, your subconscious mind or this universe is like an innocent child. It does not understand what is positive or what is negative. It only know one thing. What do you want? What are you saying? What are you repeating? Okay. So, for example, if you continue saying that for example, I'm going to fail in my life. Okay, so it will give us the failure. Okay, if we keep thinking that I'm not good enough, it will basically make the circumstances for us that yes, I will not be good enough. Okay, so it depends upon us basically what we want from this universe. So always think what you want in your life, and do not think what you do not want in your life. For example, this friend of mine, he was thinking that he is if he walk on the road, he might be hit by some car. Okay, and accordingly he was not walking, and then he started gaining weight and his health became worse. Okay, so similarly, if we think positive things, accordingly they will bring positive actions, and accordingly, positive actions will bring positive results. So now, just to mention here that what are the other ways to get rid of your negative belief system. What are the other ways? Let's discuss those. So, as per my own experience, friends, one of the other way to get rid of your negative psychic impressions, negative thought patterns, basically, is doing a past life regression therapy. You identify what is your fear, the biggest fear or your biggest challenge, basically biggest negative belief system. Okay. For example, some people are very fearful that their family should not get into trouble. Okay. Or for example, some people are very much concerned about the safety of their job because they keep thinking that they should not lose their jobs. Okay. So one of the way is basically that if you go through past life regression therapy, then you can get rid of those things. For that purpose, you need to find a PLR therapist in your area. In today's world, there are so many PLR therapists basically in all the areas of the world, basically. Okay, and if you basically want, just do a YouTube search. Okay, you will find many past life regression therapy sessions. They will tell you how the session goes through, how the person get rid of the fear. Okay, and it is my own experience that 90% chances are that you will get rid of your negative belief system after one past life regression therapy session, because it is not possible to go into the same lifetime again through past life regression therapy in which you have gone once, because the problem might relate to that particular lifetime. If you will go through to another PLR session, the therapist will not be able to take you in the same life. They will take you to another life. And we, like in Indian religion or Hindu religion, I know that some of you, you are from different religion. Some of you might believe this thing, some of you might not believe. But again, as I'm saying that we are all chartered accountant. Okay, we should not believe anything just like that. Okay, just search it. Okay, experience it. Okay, if you find it true, then only accept it. If you don't find it true, just ignore it. Okay, but I am sure, I am confident that you will find it to be true. Another thing, basically, what you can do to get rid of negative psychic impressions or negative thought patterns or negative belief system is, for example, you can go through energy healings. Okay. For example, I'm a pranic healer also. Okay. I have also learned Reiki healing, and there are many sort of energy healing basically. Healing basically is about your chakras, if you know about your chakras, because all the negative belief system or negative thought patterns, they are embodied, they are basically lodged in your chakras. Okay, so some healer need to work on your chakra, and I can confidently tell you that healer knows very well that which negative belief system is stored in which chakra in your energy body basically, and they will remove it after a couple of sessions basically. Third thing is basically which we are going to experiment here also in the last 5 minutes of this session is positive affirmations. I also talked about it few minutes ago. That, for example, if you fear walking, you should have that uh, affirmation again and again in your mind that I am very much comfortable in walking. Okay, I am improving in my walking. Okay, look what your belief negative belief system is there, and accordingly make a positive affirmations. Okay, if you need my help, okay, you can share this thing with me also through uh, Prabdeep ji, or I can share my contact number and email ID towards the end of this session. You can share. I can help you to generate the positive affirmations, basically, which will influence your life. That is the next idea. Now, one of the easiest thing, okay, not easy as such, but no brainer, I would say, is regular physical exercise. Okay, because friends, when you do regular physical exercise, what actually happens, physical exercise are directly related to your basic chakra or your root chakra. Okay, root chakra or basic chakra is same like the roots of the tree. The more stronger are the roots of the tree, the more strong the tree will stand. Similarly, the more strong our basic chakra is or our root chakra is, our entire physical body will accordingly be healthy. Okay, so do rigorous physical exercise. And this is what even the monk who sold his Ferrari books mention. Okay, this guy Julius Mental talked to his friend John. Okay, that he should rigorously physically exercise daily, basically. Okay, because if you do physical exercise, your root chakra becomes strong, and ultimately it will make all your other chakras stronger. And accordingly, as other chakra will become stronger, they will flush out that negative thought patterns or negative belief system. I'm not saying that it will happen in one day. Okay, it depends upon the intensity of that negative psychic impression or that negative thought which you are storing in your chakra. So maybe it might take few days, it might take few months, or if the impressions are very very deep, it might even take years. But I can assure you, and I have experimented it, that with the regular physical exercise, it will go. Like some of you who might know Surya Namaskar. So just to share with you that many a time in my life, I have performed 108 sun salutation in one day itself. Okay. Some of you might say that it is difficult. Okay. But with regular practice, you can achieve that. Like my highest score was 216 sun salutation in one day. Or like at one go, it was 200 basically. So it's not that I want to boost myself. I am telling the importance of regular physical exercise. Okay, they will help you to control your subconscious mind to a great extent. And friend, apart from that, breathing exercise plays a very vital role. Okay, nowadays there are many social media page available, like YouTube lectures are available. Let's say in Patanjali, Baba Ramdev talks about a lot about pranayam. Okay, but I have experimented in my life, and I will tell you my own experience. Okay, for example, let's say one of the very famous breathing exercise is Anulom Vilom. Okay, or Bhastrika. Okay, or let's say Kapalbhati. Okay, just try Anulom Vilom for 15 minutes on a particular day. Just try it. Okay. And I can assure you, you will see magic happening in your life. Okay. You will see after those 15 minutes that your energy level has improved. Okay. Your negative thoughts have gone down. Your positivity has come up. A lot of things will change in your life by just doing physical, the breathing exercise for 15 minutes. But yes, of course, if you will not do for next few days, again you will return to the same stage. So basically you have to do it regularly, at least if not daily, at least 2 3 days in a week you should be doing the regular breathing exercise. Okay, nowadays a lot of stuff is available on YouTube or social media, you can watch there. Okay, so in my opinion, my experience is, let me explain you my experience. When you do regular breathing exercise, basically what happens actually, it improves your athletic body, which is also called your energy body, which is not visible. Friends, we have five bodies basically. Okay, like one is physical visible body, which all of us we can see each other, which is made of bone, flesh, okay, or blood, okay, all those things. But there are four more bodies which are not visible, okay, but they are there. Okay, some of you might be saying that since we have not seen it, we cannot believe it. Okay, but friend, there is no harm in trying. Okay, if you read these books, some of these books, they will talk about the same thing. For example, in the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay. This guy, the writer says basically he made a group of almost 10 people, 10 big businessmen of the world who actually had died long time ago. They were not physically existing in that room, but he used to assume that they are in this room, and he is discussing his business ideas with them, and each of them is giving idea. Okay. And friend, some of you might find it superficial, but it is true that when he used to ask those imaginary people about their business ideas, he used to get a lot of intuition somehow. Okay, so that's why I'm suggesting that please do regular breathing exercise. It will not only strengthen your physical body but also your energy body, your emotional body, your mental body. Okay, and your basically blissful body, and finally your soul. Okay, you, some of you, for you these things might be new, you might be thinking what I'm talking about. But friend, just do some little research. Whatever I'm saying is the result of my studies for almost, I would say 17, 18 years, whatever I'm sharing here, these kind of bodies. Okay. And if you want, I can suggest you some books. Okay. For example, there's a book called Chakras and Their Function. Okay. Read that book, it will tell you a lot. Or read some other books. And these books have been written by authors who have experimented in their life. So these are some of the ideas basically. And let's do one thing. Just next 5 minutes, I would request you all to just close your eyes. Okay, sit straight. On your spinal cord should be straight. Try, if it is possible, try not to lean on the chair. But if you have back pain, then it's okay to lean on the chair. Okay, and just uh, keep listening to whatever I'm going to tell you. Just keep listening. Okay, you can, if you want, you can verbally recite also, but otherwise just keep listening to whatever I'm going to tell you. So concentrate on your breathing. Just concentrate the way you are inhaling and the way you are exhaling. Inhalation is happening automatically and exhalation is happening automatically. If it is long inhalation, let it be. If it is a short inhalation, exhalation, let it be. Just concentrate on your breathing and just concentrate on my voice. Now I'm going to recite some positive affirmations and you have to just listen to me. Later on, you can recite these affirmations regularly basically. I do recite them regularly. So the first affirmation is, I'm sure we all need money in our life. We all want to be prosperous. So it's related to money. First few affirmations. Money flows to me easily, effortlessly, constantly, in great abundance, from all the directions, in the right ways. Second time, money flows to me easily, effortlessly, constantly, in great abundance, from all the directions, in the right ways. Third time, money flows to me easily, effortlessly, constantly, in great abundance, from all the directions, in the right ways. Another affirmation, I deeply and completely love and accept myself the way I am. I deeply and completely love and accept myself the way I am. That time, I deeply and completely love and accept myself the way I am. My subconscious mind works like a money magnet. My subconscious mind works like a money magnet. My subconscious mind works like a money magnet. Every day, in every way, I am becoming better and better. Every day, in every way, I am becoming better and better. Every day, in every way, I am becoming better and better. Give yourself some time to absorb these affirmations into your subconscious mind. Slowly, slowly, open your eyes with a big, big smile on your face. So why I was repeating these affirmation 3 times? Because repeatedly, if we affirm them regularly, they will go to our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind will send the message to the universe that this person need, for example, good health or money or wealth in his life. And accordingly, the universe will create circumstances for us to become more rich, more successful, more healthy. That's all from my side. Once again, thank you everyone for patiently listening to me. And thank you, Prabdeep ji, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kamal. As we are very short of time, there may be some questions, so I'll
Sure.
request anyone who would like to ask any question. Please unmute yourself and keep your question short so that we can give more opportunity. Yes, Gopal, would you like to ask anything? Yeah.
Yeah, see, way back in the mid 80s, there was a Doordarshan program which used to be beamed, okay, during the prime time called Honi Unhoni. This was on premonition and the previous life incidents, like, something which was not fulfilled happened in this Janma, and then that again, that same untoward incident was stopped. But many of the psychiatrists and the psychotherapists had actually visualized it, and then they try to analyze it and say it's not always possible. It could be only because that objective what had to be fulfilled in the previous Janma had to be done in this current generation. But scientifically, it cannot be proved. But to a very large extent, these are happening things. And yes, as Mr. Kamal Kishor Mittal had clearly said, breathing techniques and yoga can also help to a very great extent for reducing tensions and anxieties and worries and becoming a better person with more positive outlook. That's all from my side, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah, anyone would like to ask any question? Okay, so yes, Kailash, please go ahead.
It's not a question. I just wanted
Okay,
to congratulate Kamal Kishore, our chairman, for the
okay.
very flawless presentation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kailash ji.
so, thank you so much, Kailash. In all what you shared, Kamal, I also very often repeat about the thoughts, and to balance our mind. Like you spoke about some things which we need to keep away, and then there are these vices. Many of those are vices like five, six, or seven, which are said. So what happens, what I've been also told is that if those vices are roaming in our mind, then we would be like keeping our mind on the boiling water, and when we will be on the boiling water, we will not be able to keep our mind clear of the negative thoughts, or we are not able to balance our mind. We are not able to keep ourselves calm. So, and another thing is a very beautiful thing. What you shared is everything starts from the thoughts, because the thoughts become actions, then actions become habits, and then habit becomes our character, and that eventually turns into our luck. So that's what I have also uh, read and listened to some leaders. So is there anything else you would like to share, Kamal, on this part?
Yeah, just to mention one important thing, is that my friend who initially asked one question, I'm
Hmm.
sorry I missed his name. His question is like he made a feedback that it is not scientific. Okay. I can tell you one thing, as per my research of 17, 18 years into spirituality. Okay. Science has not discovered everything yet. Okay, there are many things which science has yet to discover, basically. Okay, science basically believes upon the evident fact. Okay, and not everything is can be evidenced by the facts, basically. Okay, there is another way of putting it, basically, is that mostly like we says that this is logical, this is not logical. But what is logical? Okay, for me, what whatever knowledge I have in my life, whatever experience I have gone through in my life, my logic will be based upon that knowledge and experience. And it is not necessary that I have the 100% knowledge of this world. Like I'm only a chartered accountant. Okay. The knowledge which I might be having might be only 0.1% of the knowledge available in this world. Okay. While I do not have the access to 99%, 99.9% knowledge and experience available in this world, the information available in this world, my experiences cannot be or my logic cannot be 100% correct, because those things I have not experienced. I will, for me, those might not be actually logical. Okay, so but we as a CAs, okay, as logical thinker, we should keep our eyes and ear open. We should experiment thing. Okay, and if it is found true, then there is no harm in accepting. Okay, Like for example, when I for the first time I went for my energy healing session for learning. So I found it to be very easy. I asked my teacher that is it so easy to heal someone? Then they told me that you should never doubt. Okay, first of all, go and experiment at home. If it does not work, then only you should doubt it. But if it works, then you accept it. And I experimented at my home, and I was amazed that these things, they are not scientific, but they make difference in life somehow. So that's
Thank
all.
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Kamal. We are exactly at 6 p.m. Time. We are out of time. Thank you so much. Thank you to each one of you who have joined. And the session is there live on YouTube. You can go back and watch it again. And I will repeat, in this CA Speakers Forum, it's not only for expert speakers to come and deliver a session here, but it's an opportunity for any one of us to come and learn and get also evaluated. Special gratitude to all who have joined in this Zoom meeting from Kenya, and as they all join to support you, Kamal, and thank you to each one of them. Many of the participants were live on YouTube, and I'm sure that this session will help a lot of our beings in making a great difference to their life and discovering the champion within within each one of us. Thank you, Kamal.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhdeep.
you. Have a great Sunday, each one of you, and take good care of yourself. We will be back soon